morning, Carmel Catholic. Welcome to Carmel Digital Network. I'm your host, Enzo Ventura.
And I'm Maya Sarkis. Today is February 16th, and it is a B5 early release day.
We lead this morning with the weather. Snow is on everyone's mind for tomorrow.
Chief Meteorologist Willie Gillespie continues to closely monitor the impending storm and filed this report this morning.
Good morning, Carmel Catholic. I'm Willie Gillespie. We're back with a special edition of weather on this Wednesday morning, and we continue to track this winter storm that is approaching the area. And we were checking yesterday morning at this time these two potential solutions with different models favoring each. That solution that was going to bring a more amplified and stronger storm system into our area, and that solution that was going to kind of suppress that storm with the high to the northwest and make it a much weaker storm and down further to the south. So that second solution is kind of panned out. We are going to be looking for less snow from this system, but as I'm going to go over here, we are going to see impacts from it. So we are going to start off. We do have a winter storm watch and a wind advisory because this is a strong system still, and those winds are going to begin to pick up. They have already this morning. A wind advisory and a winter storm watch. These are not in effect for our area. These are south of us, so this is Cook County down to the south and west. Lake County, Carmel Catholic is not included in these weather alerts, but that doesn't mean there aren't going to be impacts here. Want to get into the timing on this because it has a lot of aspects, so we're going to time this out. First off, overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, we know there is going to be rain, heavy at times possibly, and that's very early, around 4 a.m. And what's going to happen here is as we get some colder air briefly, this is going to shift over to some sleet, to some freezing rain, and then to some snow. So as it does so, we could watch for some hazardous travel tomorrow morning. It could impact those roadways, could be icy, so we'll have to watch that, see how that plays out tomorrow morning. So if you are traveling, work, school, wherever, make sure you leave yourself a little bit of extra time to get to your destination tomorrow morning. So after that passes through, we are going to look for this dry period around mid-morning through mid-afternoon, and that is kind of a break from all this. Before around 2-3 p.m., so right around dismissal for Carmel, we're going to watch this snow begin to move in, and it will pick up. We could see some snowfall rates of about ½ an inch to even an inch per hour in isolated occasions. So that is going to impact the afternoon commute. Hazardous travel, if you are going to be traveling between about 3 and 10 p.m. before that snow begins to wind down around midnight. Snowfall amounts, again, we're on the lower end of that now because the heaviest snow will be down to the south, but 1 to 4 inches, 4 inches being pretty optimistic. Some models have kind of dropped it further than that. But 1 to 4 inches, highest amounts in southern Lake County and even higher down to the south. If you're in the city, you could be looking at 6 to 8 and even more. And again, we're just going to advise that we are going to have that rain beforehand. So it's going to drop those totals a little bit because the surface temperatures are going to be warmer. Impacts for this storm, again, wide variety of impacts here at a wide variety of times. First off, tomorrow morning the commute will likely be hazardous with some icy and slick roads due to that freezing rain, sleet, and briefly snowfall that occurs tomorrow morning. And then we transition into the afternoon commute, which again will likely be hazardous due to the snowfall, snow-covered roadways, and reduced visibility to potentially higher snowfall rates. And again, those impacts will increase the further south you go. So just to leave extra time to arrive tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon. If you're driving, and please slow down. Those roads could be potentially hazardous. So as we look at some model solutions here, the first one is the GFS, our American model. And yesterday at this time, we were watching this. This was way north. Just 24 hours ago, and now it's kind of gone into agreement with the European model and the rest of our model suite. So we do have a general idea of the track, which we obviously hope to have way before 24 hours out, but here we are. We do have a good idea of where the heaviest axis of snow is going to fall, and in that area we'll likely see I think 6 to 10 inches, and the further north you go here, as you can see, into Cook County and into Lake County and out to the west, those snowfall totals do drop off 2 to 4 inches. The further north you go, the less snow you get. And so the question here is going to be, how sharp is the gradient? How sharp is the drop-off? Here's the North American model, one of our mid-range models, and as you can see, that gradient is much, much sharper on the north side of that. So that would sharply decrease the snowfall totals, especially if you are in the northern half of Lake County. If you're down to the south, you're still looking at 2 to 3 inches. But if we flash back to the GFS model there, you can see how it kind of pushes that the heaviest snow a little further north. So that's something we're going to need to refine, and we'll be back tomorrow morning as well, just giving you a little bit of an update on the exact snowfall totals. But that's where we're at right now. Thank you for watching, and we're going to send it back to the desk. Thank you.
Willie will continue to monitor the storm for any updates. Be sure to drive safe tomorrow. Now let's dive into these announcements.
March 3rd and 4th will have an adjusted schedule to accommodate a wellness speaker.
Thursday, March 3rd, adjusted B-Day, homeroom begins at 8 a.m., classes dismiss at 3:05.
Friday, March 4th is a regular A-Day.
Juniors and their parents will have the opportunity to meet with counselors starting February 15th for college planning meetings in person or by Zoom. Please reference an email from your school counselor to set a date.
In association with Mid-American Catholic Colleges, Carmel will be hosting a Catholic Colleges College Fair on February 17th from 1 to 2 p.m. Sophomores, juniors, and seniors are welcome to attend with their parents' permission and their teachers' permission.
The winter dance will be Saturday, February 26, 2022. Ticket sales are now open and will close February 18th.
Anyone planning to bring a non-Carmel student must complete and submit a form to the central office by noon on Friday, February 18th for approval. Guest forms are also found on Veracross. Tickets for non-Carmel guests will be available from February 21st through the 25th.
Spanish Club and the Spanish Honor Society are hosting a special meeting featuring 2 guest speakers. Mr. Schwab, and in honor of Black History Month, special guest Jennifer Saldane White, today after school at 2:05 in room 201.
Several Spanish teachers have agreed to award attendees extra credit for attending. All are welcome.
Looking for a lighthearted gathering with friends? Bring a bag or 2 of individually wrapped candy to share at our first official candy potluck, today after school in the College Resource Center.
Thinking about attending the upcoming winter dance? Come to the cafeteria after school today to learn some dance steps from our very own dance specialists, Mrs. O'Keefe and her dance students. There is no sign-up requirement. Hope to see you there.
There will be a Scholastic Bowl practice directly after school on Friday, February 18th in room 107. Any questions? See Mr. Rafferty.
All those interested in participating in boys tennis this spring must register on Veracross before February 25th. Evaluations will take place on February 28th, March 1st, and March 2nd. More details to come via email. For our wellness activity today, we turn our focus to kindness and generosity. You can see the kindness keepers on the lower scroll below.
Take some time today to do a random act of kindness for a friend or a stranger.
Next up, we have an announcement from the girls basketball team about their upcoming game, which will be the final game for regionals.
Hey guys! We're here from the women's basketball team and we have an important announcement. Our regional championship game is tomorrow night in the Salvi at 7 versus Vernon Hills. Theme is pajamas. Make sure to come out and support.
Good luck, ladies. Today's Black History Month spotlight is on Alvin Ailey, born on January 5th, 1931 in Rogers, Texas. He was introduced to dance in Los Angeles. His formal dance training began with classes by Lester Horton, the founder of one of the first racially integrated dance companies in the United States.
In 1958, Ailey founded the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater, which carried out his vision of a company dedicated to enriching American modern dance heritage and preserving the African American cultural experience. Ailey promoted the arts and education and was awarded numerous distinctions, including the Kennedy Center Honor in 1988.
The New York Times said of him after his death on December 1st, 1989, "You didn't have to know him personally to have been touched by his humanity, enthusiasm, and exuberance and his courageous stand for multiracial brotherhood."
In 2014, he received the Presidential Medal of Freedom for his contributions to civil rights and dance in America.
With the passing of Asian Lunar New Year, we enter the Year of the Tiger. Here's a message from Father Christian about today's special Mass celebration after school in the Brandsman Chapel.
Yes, sir.
Oh, take that off. Take that off.
Okay.
Take it what? Take the name tag off. Oh, your.
Oh, my name tag. Oh, really? Okay. Thank you for letting me know.
Coming up, we have an interview with the Vice President of Pod Club, Nia Quinones, interviewed by our own Alyssa Stieber.
This will be followed by our pet segment featuring Carmel students' pets. Let's take a look.
I'm Alyssa Stieber, and here I'm with.
I'm Nia Quinones, and I'm a junior.
And we're here to talk about Pod Club. So Nia, what is Pod Club?
So Pod Club stands for People for Animal Welfare and Education, and our mission is to educate people about animal rights and why they're important.
And what is your favorite activity in Pod Club?
My favorite activity is the field trips that we go on once a year. We go to the zoo and to Shed Aquarium, and I think they're both really fun experiences.
So what is your favorite animal?
My favorite animal, it's hard to choose just one because they're all really cool, but I think ferrets are really cool, llamas, and dogs, which is a little basic, but
How often do you guys meet for Pod Club?
we meet once a month.
And how would you join Pod Club?
You can join using the Google Classroom code or emailing myself or Celeste Dam, who's a senior.
Good morning, everybody. I wanted to take this opportunity to personally invite you to a special Asian Lunar New Year Mass this afternoon at 2:15 p.m. right after school in our Brandsma Chapel. And all are welcome to this special Mass, and we'll have Chinese food afterwards too. So there will be a reception to follow. And just in terms of planning for the right amount of food, I ask that you please RSVP if you're able to attend using the link that can be found in the email invite I sent out yesterday. And again, this is today, 2:15 p.m. in the Brandsma Chapel. All are welcome. Thanks.
That's all we have for today, Carmel. Remember to subscribe to Carmel Digital Network.
Thanks for watching and have a wonderful Wednesday.